nice high tide level there at the North Spit, which is on the bay just in front of the Coast Guard station there, measured 10.01 feet. That is a record, and that occurred with high tide just before 10 o'clock this morning. That breaks the old record of 9.98 feet that was set on New Year's Eve in 2005.
So when I got there, the dike along Humboldt Bay just east of Mad River Slough was overtopping in 3 different places. And so it was pretty exciting. It was also a little bit scary, I have to say. In early January 2026, we had the highest king tide on record for the Humboldt Bay region, and one dike south of Landfair Road had breached, and a friend of mine sent me video of that.
These dikes that were started to be built back in 1890, they weren't engineers, and they were trying to do it as cheap as possible. There's about 42 miles of dikes on Humboldt Bay.
And these dikes are very old. They're over a century old. A lot of them have not been maintained. Those dikes are protecting a lot of really important public infrastructure.
The dikes now are about 1.5 feet lower in relationship to king tide than they were when they were built in the 1890s, so they're much more vulnerable.
But this storm event actually showed us that storm from the south coinciding with really high astronomical tides make a lot of areas very vulnerable. We need to plan for these things to happen and plan a little bit more in advance rather than going back to our normal lives and thinking, well, that'll never happen again, because it will. We know this is going to happen again.
Just last week, during an early January king tide event, those pastures became flooded when the bay overtopped the dikes that were built to protect them. We'll take a closer look at the vulnerability of these aging dikes right here in Humboldt Outdoors.